Sunak has pledged to spend £31 million on extra security to protect MPs from what he calls mob rule. And by mob rule, what he actually means, of course, is Islamist intimidation. But heaven forbid he speak the truth out loud, because that would require a backbone, wouldn't it? Where should this £31 million come from? The taxpayer's pocket again? Or should it be funded by the UK's Islamic community? Where are these radicalised Islamists coming from, if not the UK's Islamic community? What have the UK's Islamic community done to tackle the rise in Islamist extremism emanating from amongst their own people, living amongst them? Friends, work colleagues, members of their family, someone they know from their local mosque. What are the imams of these mosques doing to reject extremism and encourage tolerance, moderation and cohesion amongst those they lead in prayer? How have we reached this position where Islamist protesters are intimidating MPs outside Parliament, outside their constituency offices and outside their homes? How is this considered to be within the legal limits of peaceful protest? We've arrived here through a lack of effective policing. We've arrived here because of a weak police force pandering to extremists and terrorist elements within our society for fear of being accused of being racist. How much does it cost the taxpayer for the police to supervise these incessant pro-Palestine protests every single weekend? How much does it cost London's economy, with roads shut down, tourists staying away, and in the midst of all this unfettered intimidation, amidst the streets of London being abandoned to people who hate this country? How has the Mayor of London, who let this all happen, still got a job? Record high levels of knife crime, transport infrastructure mired in chaos and dysfunction, working people battered with ULEZ and the congestion charge, impeded by 20-mile-an-hour speed limits and roads given over to cycle lanes. London has now become synonymous with protest. First BLM, then Just Stop Oil, now pro-Palestine zealots. The city has surrendered to a relentless barrage of anarcho-communist mayhem, and the police have stood back and done nothing. There comes a point where these protests become malicious and destructive in their intent, to the point where they represent a poisonous exploitation of the worthy principle of freedom of assembly, a point at which protest turns to intimidation and violence. In every sense, the cost of these pro-Palestine protests is too great. The point was made long ago. They've gone too far and they've gone on too long, and they've morphed into anti-British Islamist intimidation. In the name of public safety and social order, it's time for the police to get their water cannons out. That's if the cretins have any idea how to use them. Please do like and subscribe and support me on Patreon for exclusive content every week. New live stand updates in the Eden and Kegworth, ticket links beneath this video. If you run a performance venue in the UK and you'd like to book my stand-up tour show, you can contact me at info@andrewlawrencecomedy.co.uk. Thanks for watching.